Hello, Professor, and hello, classmates. My name is Daryl Johnson. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. Like you, I am an online psychology graduate student here at Southern New Hampshire University. Today, we will be discussing oppression induced dysthymia and the aggressive cathartic response to oppression. As you're following along, understand that we're going to talk about a story. Dysthymia, oppression, and catharsis theory, and how all of those things are connected. We're going to go through the research design, some of the methodology, data collection tools, as well as ethnic implications, and a call to action. The story. The purpose of this presentation is to assist in the organic cultivation of the future of humanity and how our need to figure out this perceivably unsolvable problem statement, why can't we all just get along? Now, Dizziac 2020 describes dysthymia as a chronic mood disorder or long-lasting depression that may last for many years and reoccur throughout a patient's life. The study of connecting oppression-induced dysthymia with triggered cathartic responses to aggression will definitely require a mixed method study. It is uncertain to what extent feelings of oppression and depression trigger cathartic responses. African Americans may undoubtedly suffer from dysthymia, and this is why. Cervantes et al. 2007 connects 200 years of enslavement, prejudice, and discrimination as conditions to explain dysthymia, as it is reflected in chronic low-grade sadness, anger, hostility, aggression, self-hatred, hopelessness, and self-destructive behaviors in African Americans. Now, interesting enough, the internalization of multiple oppressions and depressions has been a significant coping mechanism, especially for low-income African American women. However, we start to see a timeline shaping. So yes, 250 years of oppression, but we're talking about generations that experience depression throughout their entire lifetime. From youth, adolescent, to college, to even adults in their 40s experiencing a relationship between racism and hypertension, leading to high blood pressure and, unfortunately, heart failure. So this catharsis theory, I wanted to examine it a little bit differently. As we know, catharsis is basically the purge of emotions. Now, although it may be unhealthy, some African Americans choose to cope with racism, classism, and the associated oppressive factories through internalization. Now, what I believe is that through this internalization comes this aggression. You see, Malik and McCandless, 1966, mentioned that aggression in the absence of anger is without cathartic value, meaning that anger and aggression is associated and has cathartic value. And if you continue to internalize coping with racism, classism, and other oppressive faculties, eventually we see an outburst. So what is the research that we're trying to conduct? Our research focuses on the unknown. To what extent does oppression increase depression in African Americans? There is a potential for severe mental health issues in the chronological sense. Does the continuum in environments of racial discrimination and oppressive behavior play a vital role in developing severe mental health concerns like dysthymia. Furthermore, does this dysthymia and the longevity within these environments lead to an aggressive cathartic response? This is the research in which we want to conduct. So our research methods, we'll be using a mixed method studies design. The qualitative data that we collect will be used to observe and identify patterns and trends. The quantitative data will be used to identify sizes of populations impacted. Now, it's very important that validity and reliability measures are put into place, as some individuals may over-exaggerate their situation, and we want to make sure that our study has validity and reliability. So like some of the others who have done research in this area, such as Peters, 2004, uses the racism and life experiences scales and the Kruger racial discrimination questionnaire to ensure internal consistency reliability in the study. Another method that we would love to mimic is the 5-point rating Likert type response format interview questions that Peter conducts. We want to make sure that our responses are organic and honestly from the heart. So our data collection tools work in phases. The first data collection phase will be surveying. We'll be using computers, smartphones, tablets to conduct an online questionnaire survey using Quadratic. Next, the second collection phase will be an in-depth interview phase. And then lastly, a quantitative method of using a numeric scale to see, again, that size of population impacted by oppression-induced dysthymia and how it leads to a cathartic response of aggression. So the ethnic implications are important. This research is not to prove that African Americans are, again, the victim of this systemic issues that we have in America. The purpose of this research is to figure out how we can get along, but most importantly for the mental health professionals of the psychology community to start seeing potentially undiagnosed, mistreated, or untreated mental health in a particular group of people. However, we will ensure that non-discriminatory practices will be utilized by ensuring our research team is diverse. Once we have a finite or somewhat finite study that has validity and reliability, we will attempt to broaden that work to other people experiencing oppression, such as the LGBTQ community, our Hispanic community, our Asian community, our indigenous people community, and of course, our women of the world. But lastly, we want to ensure that no harm is committed to a population of individuals that may feel that the research is accusatory. By no means does this research intend to be accusatory. It is only to reveal a potential problem that may be hidden from the public sight, and because it is untreated and people have mental health problems that are undiagnosed. So a simple call to action. Our study seeks to answer the question, what interventions can be put in place to influence a positive cathartic response during time of oppression, such as peace building? Again, my name is Daryl Johnson, located in Atlanta, Georgia. Like you, I am an online psychology graduate student going for my capstone program. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and feel free to reach out to me at any time for more questions, comments, or concerns. Thank you so much. Have a good day.